Some nutrients seem to get all the love. Vitamin D, for instance, has recently grabbed headlines proclaiming that it might reduce your risk of everything from cancer to depression. And you've surely tried taking some extra vitamin C or downing a glass of OJ when you felt a cold coming on. But other nutrients, even though they're just as important, tend to fly under the radar. One such unsung hero? The trace mineral copper. A mighty mineral copper is extremely important, says Christy King, RDN, senior pediatric dietitian at Texas Children's Hospital in Houston and a clinical instructor at Baylor College of Medicine. It plays a crucial role in combating chronic inflammation, forming red blood cells, and enhancing immunity. It's also essential for the formation of myelin, which insulates your nerves and ensures that your nervous system works properly. Copper plays a role in cholesterol and glucose metabolism. And a new study from the University of California, Berkeley, shows that the metal is key for fat burning. Science hasn't really dug into copper in the past, but that is changing, says King. As the picture of its role in the body becomes clearer, I think we'll see that it's as powerful as something like vitamin D. How much is enough? One of the reasons copper has been overlooked is that it's hard to measure. It involves a very specialized, very expensive test that is rarely administered in a doctor's office, says King. While it may be hard to know for sure if you're copper deficient, there are plenty of telltale signs that you should try to increase your intake. A copper deficiency can resemble an iron deficiency in terms of symptoms, especially fatigue, says Sonia Angeloni, RDN, a spokesperson for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Achy joints are a common first sign, according to King, and over the long term a lack of copper can contribute to osteoporosis. She warns that people with malabsorption issues, including anyone with celiac disease or chronic diarrhea, have an increased risk of not absorbing enough copper. Copyright provided by Rodale Incorporated. Best sources. The good news is that it isn't hard to get enough copper provided you eat a pretty healthy, well-balanced diet complete with lots of veggies. Copper is found in minimally processed plant foods, says Angeloni, noting that dark leafy greens like Swiss chard, mustard greens, and kale are good picks. Nuts, particularly cashews, seeds, whole grains, oysters, and mushrooms contain copper as well. One of the richest sources of copper is liver. That's where copper tends to hang out in any animal, says King, though she acknowledges liver is a tough sell for many people. You don't need to eat it to get enough copper, but if you do happen to like it, it's an easy way to meet your copper quota. The recommended daily allowance for copper is 0.9 milligrams. 1 ounce of beef liver has roughly twice that amount. 1 ounce of cashews contains 0.6 milligrams. 1 cup of cooked kale contains 0.2 milligrams. Not planning on having liver for dinner? It's easy to get what you need by taking in smaller amounts throughout the day, says Angeloni. For a copper-conscious meal plan, she recommends the following. Breakfast. 3/4 cup whole grain cereal, 0.1 milligrams. 1 cup strawberries, 0.07 milligrams. Low-fat milk or milk alternative lunch, lentil soup with spinach, 0.58 milligrams. A cup hummus, half a milligram. 1 ounce whole wheat crackers, 0.1 milligrams. Orange, 0.06 milligrams. Dinner. Grilled fish with half cup crimini mushrooms, 0.18 milligrams. 1 cup asparagus, 0.3 milligrams. Half cup brown rice, 0.1 milligrams. Salad with 2 cups lettuce, 0.05 milligrams. Too much of a good thing. Once you learn how vital copper is to your health, you might be tempted to go out and buy a supplement. Don't. The upper safe limit for copper is 10 milligrams a day, and if you get too much it will build up in your liver. You can get a metallic taste in your mouth, vomiting, and even cirrhosis of the liver, says King. But this warning only applies to supplements. It's almost impossible to get a toxic dose by eating copper-rich foods.